Hello everyone, Satsu over here once again. So I've been meaning to make this video for a very long time, but something would always happen. But anyways, let me tell you something. You know, every one of us goes through a phase of being a student, and cheating is something that is not a hidden stuff to any of us all. Everyone has cheated something, even a little at least, or I'm sure there must be someone, if there are, who hasn't cheated ever in his life. Hats off from me to him. But I have been someone who has always tried his level best not to cheat and to always and always score on my own efforts. There have been times when I was offered the answers of things that I was having trouble in, and I could have easily cheated as well. I'm talking about the in school stuff. But I chose not to. And even though my marks were deducted in the process, and there were a few other things that I would like to discuss on later on, but let me get to the point. I would choose not to cheat. You know why? I would always have this concept in my mind about karma. Because you see, if I cheat and I get those marks, I'm going to lose something in some other way that is going to justify it. I call this concept as the honesty marks phenomena. Now, you see, in my effort to stay genuine and to stay at my own level, I pursue the honesty marks. But what actually is the concept of honesty marks and how it affects me as a student working towards my goal and my hard work? You see, when I'm not a amazing super A grade student who can, memorize everything and all. I'm just a fairly relatively good student. When I go and do an examination, there is something, let's assume there are 10 questions. I would know the answer to 8 of them probably, pretty good. But those two questions would always become a problem. And I would tell myself that 80% is a good result. You can do that. Just do what you can for the other two questions. Don't cheat even if you have the opportunity, and get on with it. Now, I am in a university, not a good one, and in my class cheating is very common. Even the teachers know that the students are teaching cheating, and they let them do it. Because you see, a lot of the students in my class are dumb because they have come from weak families or weak schooling backgrounds, etc. It's more like that type of a university. So the point is, teachers don't want students to fail. They're doing it in their goodwill, but cheating is common. The good and the bright students actually make a group. So just in case, I don't know this MCQ, but you don't know that MCQ, I'll show you mine, you show me mine, we both can get a perfect full score. But and the other students who don't even study a single bit, they don't study, they cheat whole of the papers, and the teachers know that. And all of this is going on in my own very classroom, my own roommate. I don't want to rat anyone out. This is just me sharing a proper phenomena, and the purpose of this video is to criticize my own self and anyone who follows the same philosophy. But let me get to that point. My own roommate doesn't study anything. He's in front of me all the time because he's my roommate, and he won't study. But somehow in some papers he would get more marks than me, sometimes even less. And he would cheat the entire paper by sitting behind someone who he has a collaboration with, that please help me out. And students do help each other out because, yeah, why not? Sharing is caring. So anyways, that aside, you see, that is how everything goes. And me in the middle of this all, where cheating is so common, and I see people who are not even working hard enough to, the basic level, who won't even read, and seeing them get more marks than me in this setup, it stings me. It stings me. And seeing the brighter students who are at my level getting more marks than me just because they have a good social group or something like that. I have the option, I could have been the part of that group, but the reason I did not become was because back from my school days, I have always opted not to cheat. A big credit goes to my best friend, one of my best friends, Saf. He's probably the guy who is in my stories as well, the one I've written. And a lot of things in my life right now are thanks to that person. So this is also one of his contributions, and I had trained myself to be someone not always opting not to choose. So that being said, when I chose not to cheat, this this concept, I already shared my reason, because karma hits you back. That is one of the reason. The second reason is I'm doing a good job. I'm being a good person that none of them are becoming. In my upbringing, my parents have always told me that if you are good, good things will happen to you. And I'm sure this is something that has been told to many of you all. So, that being said, when I find myself weak on my shortcomings, let's see, there's an question on an exam paper that I don't know about, and I'm solving it and I don't know the answer to that, I tell myself I won't cheat because I'm a good human, I'm a good student, I'm a good friend or whatever, but I'm good. And God or fate or nature or whatever will repay me in some other way, because now look, I believe on the karma setup, right? That if I cheat, my marks will be directed in some other way. And trust me, once or twice when I have tried to do that, this shit has happened. So why not? Why won't I believe on the other side of the coin? So honesty marks is something that actually hampers me from doing my hard work, because I tell myself that I'm a good student and good things will happen to me because I'm being good. It actually hampers my ability to do hard work for the next time. When I see something in an exam, I take it for granted that obviously there are things that I don't know the answer to. When other people get the answer right on that, I say that they cheated. They actually did cheated it, but some of them actually knew the answer beforehand. I don't take that into consideration that I should work hard or something like that. The image of being a good person actually, hinders me from pushing out of that shell and working hard the next time. It actually gave me a role that made me complacent towards it. And all of that thing that is going on, actually, you're getting my point, right? I hope you're getting it. Because you see, long story short, in a very, very simple tone, if I don't cheat, I'm being a good person, and being a good person is sticking to a role, and sticking to a role actually stops me from working hard. And that is how me opting not to choose is actually making me less of a hard worker and more of a person who actually blame games everything on the setup and the people, and making excuses of how they get better marks than me, and actually agreeing and understanding that it does make sense, and sticking to my role of being an average student. So while cheating is not a good thing, and I still say it should be avoided, I would like to advise anyone who is following the same philosophy to keep yourself from this one thing. And I'm sure not a lot of people would already do that, but I wanted to share it out for myself, just so you know, it gets a physical construct. And I guess that's about it. It didn't came out as concrete as I thought it would, but then again, if I start writing a script and reading it out, it won't be that original and authentic, and I still have long ways to go. So that being said, Satsu over and out. Thank you very much.